Hi Divine Feminines, Divine anybody that finds this. This is going to be a collective art channeled message. I'm trying something different, but it doesn't mean I'm going to stop and just abandon all of the signs and stop doing those. I definitely will. It's just I want to go with the flow, do something that feels right at the given moment. So if you're new here, welcome. I channel messages through art, creativity, and much, much more. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, within everything around you, because we all start from zero, which is a blank canvas. If you'd like a personal reading, all of the information is down below. And lastly, there's no rules here. Doesn't matter what sign you are, there's the overall message, and there's the underlying message. There's a reason I describe it instead of show it, at least for these, because like, how do you interpret it? Like, what are you visualizing? What are you seeing as I describe it? What I started drawing for you was a Pokemon ball, and it's tilted to the left as if to say it's rolling. Usually a Pokemon trainer only rolls or throws the ball to use their Pokemon in combat. It's time to battle. I'm not really seeing you as the Pokemon. I'm more so seeing you as the person. I kept getting secret weapon, pulling out your secret weapon. I'm getting this scenario of a battle going down, kind of like the Five of Wands, and one player has an advantage. Like, imagine it's between two individuals and they pull out an even more powerful creature, like a Pokemon, to handle their business. I feel like your secret weapon will present itself soon or get you out of some type of conflict, and by the end of something, you'll have the advantage. There's also something you possess that's a secret, like your true potential isn't known on purpose. I feel like you enjoy being misunderstood though. Kind of reminds me too of how people are just very like, they're okay with being misunderstood. They're okay with being reserved with certain things because it's like, it's a surprise when they do something cool or do something amazing or do something against, I want to say against the grain. Now I'm seeing this episode of Victorious where she purposely dressed up as an ugly person so her opponents would choose her, and they assumed she couldn't perform, and it was funny to them. Until she took everything off, and boom, she's actually really pretty. She actually can sing. That's the secret weapon. That's the advantage. Had they known that, they would have been scared, threatened, etc. This is synonymous to that thing I was getting about whipping out your Pokemon during a normal fight. It's like they weren't expecting that. Had they known that, they would have just backed out. Reminds me of it. Lastly, I'm seeing someone coming to your defense in a way. It feels like a pet and their owner, or just you and someone else. Something tells me there's already someone in your life that isn't afraid to stand up for what's right. They could perhaps actually get into fights a lot, and if you think about it, that person would also symbolize the secret weapon because they're experienced in combat. Not many people are. Or they're just used to taking on that Five of Wands. Maybe you're not. That's why they're the secret weapon. This is very weird, but I know I'm getting somewhere with this. There's a powerful spiritual message underneath this. It feels too like the burden will be in someone else's hands too, like I said too many times. Like, let me take care of this. Exactly how Pokemon trainers have their pets kind of fight for them. And then they get money or get status after they win. I'm even getting this scenario of how people stay with their pets, like sick them, get them. Like those guard dogs. Let's see. Secret weapon. Really hope that made sense. So I feel like everything I mentioned is for a reason. I'm gonna get an oracle card first. We have companion. Like I said, it feels like this support. Companionship is kind of like the secret weapon here. You have support, like someone's making you feel better. And when you feel better, you operate from a better place. We have loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. It's like someone's way of being unselfish towards you is just like, it's like, let me take care of it. Let me take care of your conflict. Let me make something easy. Then we have shadow attribute, betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. The only bad thing I'm seeing with this is don't be wary of depending on someone to fight your battles all the time, because sometimes you have to learn how to do it on your own. Otherwise, you'll never know how to, like, it's kind of like survival. You have to stick up for yourself. You have to know how to do that sometimes. But at the same time, it's good because if someone's like your secret weapon, if someone's familiar with this kind of like conflict, maybe they grew up around that stuff, I don't know. Just feels like they know how to handle situations better. That's amazing too. Reminds me of those two friends you see in movies, and one's like hardcore and the other one is like soft as a flower. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know why I'm getting all these Nickelodeon shows, but like Sam from iCarly, and then there's Carly, the main character. She's nothing like the other. The other one's hardcore. The other one's not afraid to get into fights or make their point. That's what this feels like. We have Two of Wands. This looks like a bouquet of flowers, but it also looks like their clothing. It's like I'm getting made from the same cloth. Isn't that a saying, when you're made from the same cloth? Usually just means you're similar, but different at the same time. It's like even though you guys come from different places, you're made from the same cloth. It's the Nine of Cups. Ace of Cups. I'm getting invincibility. Someone makes you feel invincible. Someone makes you feel protected. Like you can do anything. There's like no limits. Also getting something is off limits. We have the Knight of Wands. I'm seeing the two is just like coming to one's rescue, coming in really quick. Kind of like how a knight comes on their horse to like save the day. Do you think read the room? Kind of like how people read the energy in the room. It's like you can walk into a room and you can feel like that's what this is. You can feel like when a fight had just occurred because there's tension. You can feel tension in the air. You can feel emotions running in the air. It's like thick like smoke. Ability to read emotions. If you're getting someone has the ability to read like or sense when something's off with you, and then they check in. Like, are you okay? Do you need backup? This is like a very strong companionship. I don't even think I feel like this feels like it's just on a friend level. Also getting your secret weapon outside of this person. Your secret weapon is you know how to read people correctly. You have the ability to read the room as well. Something about like understanding emotions. maybe like understanding your opponent, because I was getting that battle thing. It's like knowing your opponent's weaknesses. It's like calm, cool, and collected on the surface, but deep down they're really sensitive. I feel like this is the moral of the reading. It's like a lot of people seem intimidating, seem like bullies, seem like they have it all together, but deep down they're really sensitive, or deep down they're coming from a hurt place. So it's like you use that to your advantage. Don't be scared. Like, don't be scared to stick up for yourself, because like you have an advantage. Once again, you have that secret weapon that you could use at any moment, kind of like people with their Pokemon. That's comparing that to a normal fight. It's like you bring out another person, or you bring in a new creature. Or even getting, like, you bring in someone with more expertise. Someone that knows even more than you could know. But then, remember I was saying, it was like, feels like someone's going to be making the choices for you. Someone's giving you advice, like the Hierophant, advice on how to handle a bully or something that's just not working out. But I feel like you'll end up using their advice to your advantage, and I feel like you don't even realize you possess a gift that helps you understand people. So it's like, know where they're coming from, and you'll be fine. Straight up, I'm getting like you have nothing to be scared of. We have Detective, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Once again, observation. It's like you're observing people. That's your gift. That's your secret weapon. You know who they really are, despite how they show themselves on the outside. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. I really find it funny how her eye is going through the book. It's like, this is deep. This is deeper than what you can read in a book. It's kind of like people going on YouTube or reading a book on how to handle this situation. Also reminds me of, I'm seeing this as the difference between biased knowledge. Like, you have to go through it to understand it first. Like, you're gonna have to experience something to truly understand it, or understand how to deal with it. Because I was kind of getting the secret weapon thing is kind of like codependent, but you won't be after this. You're gonna know exactly what to do and how to handle that. I feel like it's not even just one person, it's just like a certain category or certain type of people. You're gonna read them like a book. We have Hedonist, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things of life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Celebrates the beauty in yourself, and I did say this was like a secret. You don't mind being underestimated. You like to come out of nowhere. Like in the episode of Victorious where she dressed up a certain way so they'd choose her because they didn't think she'd like win. It's like underestimated, and then she takes everything off, reveals who she really is, and then she wins the contest. She's actually very talented. So it's like, you'll be the judge of that. I feel like too, this also applies to like you sticking up for yourself. So like a part of your personality that's coming out. Your ability to fight back. You're no longer relying on other people to help you, give you advice. It's like now's your chance to show what you've learned. To show what you've learned in combat. And you only know what it's like to be at war. Kind of reminds me of soldiers, the army. You can't tell them what war is like until you've actually experienced it. It's one of those really intense things. So by experience, you learn. Then we have vampire. It's like pulling on your emotions. Makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Yes, something can no longer affect you emotionally because you understand where they're coming from. You understand why they do it. And then shadow attribute, codependency. Like for you, that means you can't always depend on certain things to save the day because they might not always be there, although it's really helpful. Really hope I'm getting somewhere with this. I feel like you're going to be encountering a lot of Five of Wands type of situations and people that just maybe just want to argue, get yourself part of things you want nothing to do with. And it's like a new side of you is coming out. I'm even getting, it's all about how you look at it, how you view your reality. It's just a shift in your perspective, a shift in your reality. Yeah, the Hangman. Okay, collective. I almost forgot this was a collective art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can. I really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah. Secret weapon is great, but so is being able to like experiencing it yourself. And you also learn that way as well. It's like you gotta be in combat to understand what combat is like. You would have to be in a war to truly understand what a war is like. Okay guys, bye.